Hey, how's it going? Swatch with me. Ranger Industries. I'm just showing you. Tim Holtz 30 Distress Ink Pads. Part 1. Okay, let me push this back. Anyway, part 1, because I have 60 pads, but I only really have time today to do 30. I probably don't even have time to do 30. But I'm just going to do a few, maybe 4 or 5 here, and then zip through, fast forward to the last 5 or so. Now let me read the names to you. Sponge Sugar, Worn Lipstick, Victorian Velvet, Picked Raspberry, Abandoned Coral, Candied Apple, Barn Door, Festive Berries, Fired Brick, Tattered Rose. That's the first column. Dried Marigold, Wild Honey, Spiced Marmalade, Carved Pumpkin, Ripe Persimmon, Squeezed Lemonade, Mustard Seed, Scattered Straw, Fossilized Amber, Old Paper. Second column. Third column is Shabby Shutters, Bundled Sage, Twisted Citron, Cracked Pistachio, Mowed Lawn, Crushed Olive, Peeled Paint, Forest Moss, Lucky Clover, Evergreen Bough. Now, I'm sorry for all the crooked writing, especially Forest Moss, but you know, I don't know, that's kind of fitting, right? I mean, nothing is symmetrical. Nothing. Just, okay. I know, I'm sorry. I did a little better here. I did way better at the bottom line there. That was my invisible line, I guess. I don't know. So I have 3 rows, 10 each, and I already kind of tested them because I'm going to show you the scratch card here, the scratch card, to put them in the order that I want, as far as I know. And this is hot press paper. It's as close to greeting card stock as I'm going to get. I think my card stock that I have is much smaller, like halves, and I didn't want to do, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of paper to swatch on. Okay, to swatch on. Also, I was having a lot of pain. I have to wear my gloves today. Both, yes, both gloves. Pulling these apart were super painful. Okay, so I'm just going to do, I'm not going to do that side, but I'm going to do this side. Maybe not, yep. Never mind, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to get my fingers gunky. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Get on with it, Tammy. And I could have done this. Wow, that's can you see that? I could have done this yesterday. It's Saturday. Ooh. But I have no real good reason why. I'm just gonna put them the other way like that. No real reason. Yesterday was weird. My sleep schedule is totally screwed up. Okay, wait. Okay. Again. Ooh, cool, right? That's gonna take me forever to do it this way. And everything is bulky. It's very awkward wearing these gloves because, like I said, there are, in the past, I have said that there are plastic rods in here to keep my thumbs in good working order, I guess. Ow. Just pulling that off. Tiny little... I'm going to have to figure out a hack for that because... Now, my hands don't always hurt. Ooh, look at that one. But, let's do it this way. That's a lot better. They don't always hurt, but today, or all this week, I've been breaking apart boxes, taking apart boxes, tearing up boxes. Whoa. Oh, that's festive. No. Picked raspberry. I was going to say festive berries, but no. And so my hands hurt from doing that. Abandoned coral. I'm just making sure I have the the right thing on here. And I've been taking, like a good little girl, I've been taking my turmeric every day, and that helps a lot. So if I don't take it, then I'm in a lot of pain. Drinking a lot of water, get all those fluids in me. Oh, this might be really loud, so I don't want to be too loud for you. I know. I just got done making a lot of noise for myself. And then that's a good reminder for me to, you might want to be quieter. Maybe not in talking. Okay. So, my sleep schedule, because the semester is over and I'm technically on break. Although the other day, which is only about 2 days ago, I think it was, I was sketching out a lesson plan for my hybrid students for... Oh, I want to make sure I don't mess up that. Or confuse myself with that. This is fired brick, okay. I was playing one of my games on my iPad, and I suddenly had this idea. I don't know how how that happened, you know, why playing the game brought up the idea. I have no idea. Maybe it's because I'm not really thinking in the game, so my brain had time to think about, you know, about the lessons. Like, what am I going to do how am I going to cover everything I need to cover this summer for my students? And then that prompted me to ditch the game. That's right, I ditched it. Ooh, tattered rose. I thought maybe that was going to be pink, but because roses generally, when you think rose, what color comes to mind? What color first pops into your head as far as rose? Roses come in many different colors. Tattered rose, I was thinking that was going to be like a light pink or something. But no, it's more of a salmon color here. It's like a salmon color. Did I figure out a system? I may have figured out a system here to move things along. Should I make this crooked like the way it's... No, well, it's kinda. Kinda crooked there. I think I have a little bit of glue dots on these lids because some of them came up very easily. That one came up very easily. Evergreen bow, I would think. Wouldn't you think that would be? Yeah. I'm just making sure the color. That would be darker. I would think that would be darker. But it's bordering on the blue there, so it's in a good spot. Oh dear. It looks like mowed lawn on my fingers there. Okay. Oh yeah, I got some muckety muck on there. Well, that's par for the course. I am working with ink pads. I don't know what to say about the sponge sugar swatch there. It's totally different than everything else. These are nice colors. Obviously, there's no purple in this batch. There will be purple and violet and all things in between. Although my Victorian velvet might be, and picked raspberry, if you might call that magenta, but it was to me closer to pink than magenta, so I kept it here. And I kind of needed a dark pink. Also, the Victorian velvet could be like, I don't know, like a purple or a darker, maybe it's mauve. Maybe it's mauve. M-A-U-V-E, pronounced mauve. Rhymes with stove. Okay. So these, like, the colors I really like. I need a baby wipe. The colors I really like in this batch would be the scattered straw here, which is kind of a muted yellow, I guess. I'm thinking mustard seed and not scattered straw. But I was thinking that mustard seed would be darker than that yellow when I swatched it on my scratch card. And okay, let's see, what other colors do I like? I like the peeled paint and the mowed lawn. This is like a sap green, right? These three are, you might be thinking this is brown, but it has green to it. You can kind of see it there. These are like the olive colors, light, regular, and dark olive colors. And maybe shattered shutters might fit under that, the olive part, but I left it up here anyway. Bundled sage is like a green gray, it looks like. I probably should have put maybe bundled sage after old paper. I have to pay attention to the Sony panel because that gives the truest color. Also, if you see any cat hairs, I apologize. It's Coconut's hair. Because I had this mat out since yesterday because I was putting the colors, well, actually just by the ink pads, just by this part up here, I was trying to arrange all the colors and stuff. And I left the mat up here, and she was lying down in the evening looking out the window and talking to the birds. That's what she was doing. And I thought, oh, I'll have to apologize to my viewers tomorrow because there'll probably be cat hairs on this mat. I hope not. I hope not. You know, I don't know. Let me check. Also, you might see glitter on here. You are not imagining things. No, I don't see any. You might see some glitter because these are stored in a container that contains glitter tape, and some of the glitter seems to be coming off. I mean, I kept seeing it while I was doing the scratch card. Yeah. Okay. Put your favorite color from this batch. I'm going to turn it this way and just read sideways. You can do that, right? Yeah. Put your favorite color in the comments. And stay tuned for part 2 in 2 weeks. And I will do the other 30 that I have. And that would be the, like the blue-green or green-blue. Oh, that's not coming off. These are not like the oxide ones, distress oxides. The distress oxide pads, and I do have those too. Those are water soluble, and these are not touted to be water soluble. I looked all over the Ranger Industries website and checked on Amazon, and they are not touted, or nowhere does it say water soluble, but I think you can add a little bit of water to them. These are the colors, or these are the ink pads that the art journalists and the junk journalists should be using to distress their, or antique their pages, the edges of their papers, because these should not come off if you get sweat, I'm sorry, or water, moisture or something on them. But, although they might work with water and vegetable glycerin, that's something that I could try. And I almost never use these for their intended purpose. I mean, I used a beauty wedge to spread them on, put them on the paper, for Pete's sake. Okay, that's all I have for you. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have an artistic day. Bye.